Oh man. Hello, and welcome to the Not Relevant podcast. I would say hello to Thomas, but he up and left.
He's having way more fun than we are.
He's gone. It is my privilege and my pleasure to introduce tonight my great fill-in podcast host, Mrs. R.A. I call her Jen. This is the Scott and Jen show today. Thomas is somewhere on the slopes. The snowy slopes of what? Colorado, the Alps. I don't know where he went. He went somewhere where there's a ton of snow.
Yeah, and I think he's having so much fun. Like, he really loves doing this. He likes skiing. He's very gifted at it. And
yeah, that he called. It's not going well.
Oh, no. Why not?
He might give us an update. Apparently, the drive was awful. Right? The drive was
bad.
Brutal. He picked the worst day and this is a weatherman, mind you. The weatherman chooses the worst day to travel to a snowy area.
Really, he knew better.
You could possibly imagine. But, oh man, here we are.
Thomas.
Anyway. Let me give you this so you can see what's happening here, Jen.
Okay. I don't know what's happening.
All right. Okay. So you can see the comments. I can see the comments.
Can we do a shout out right now to 6 Volt?
Yes.
6 Volt. Guess what this is? I am so excited. This is the first time this has been attached to this, or I don't know, or to that, whatever. Anyway, this is the one that you sent, and I'm super excited. It is just awesome, and I want to put like my name on it. This one.
She's going to take it with her when the show's over.
Yeah, I am. I'm just going to unscrew it. Take it away.
She's not joking. I had her sit with my other mic, the one I use all the time. She's like, this one doesn't smell good. It's like, well, I've been spitting into it for the last year. I can't think for the reason, for the life of me, why this would not be a deliciously smelling microphone. So
this is all like new car smell. This is really awesome.
Yeah. And I'm super jealous. I told her I'd swap seats with her if she wanted, but she said no.
Not gonna happen.
Yeah.
So I want you guys to know that we fit. Like, we actually got both of us here on screen, but it feels a little bit like sleeping on a twin mattress together. It's like we don't actually fit.
We weren't going to sleep anyway.
It's fine. We'll just sort of hang out on our sides. It's fine.
Yep. I'm sorry. This is not the one I wanted to show. Ivan, obviously, I've been following chat. Appreciate you sharing. For those that know Ivan, he's shared some personal stuff today that. He shared some not relevant stuff. We elbowed him in the ribs a little bit over that, but he also shared some personal stuff that he's shared with our community before. And thank you very much. I did want to highlight, however, Ash Nicole's comment, because Ash Nicole, you were first in chat. I'm looking for another one because I've lost the first one. It was here. Here we go. Nope. Where is it? Ash Nicole, you were first in chat. Just take our word for it here. Okay, we're professionals.
It's fine. You know who you are.
Somewhere there's a chat where you just said hi, and you were the first person in chat, and it was great. Thank you so much. The internet is now yours for the evening. I
don't know, Ash Nicole. I don't think it's official unless you can actually stick it on screen. I think you may actually get out of this one.
No. I'm gifting this. Trust me, I'm gifting this. We're going to use this one. Ash Nicole, there you are.
Close enough.
Thank you so much for being first in chat. Congratulations. You now join the ranks of the infamous who have been convicted and sentenced to internet ownership. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Also, we had Red Pen gifted 5 memberships before we went live.
Sweet.
Thank you, Red Pen. Appreciate that as well.
Red Pen, I want you to know you are on the short list. Scott was like, Jen, can you come and sit in with me, or I can call Red Pen. I was like, we're Red Pen.
It's like we've got Adam, Red Pen, or Ivan. And she's like, I'll come in. Don't worry.
That's not what I said. I will have you know, though, right before we went live, he was like crossing himself. He's like, please let it work. Please let it work. I'm going to have to call Red Pen. It won't be okay.
Prayers were said. That's all I'll say. Prayers were said. Oh, my goodness. It's good to be here with you, Jen. Happy Thursday.
Yes, and to you.
How's your week going? I haven't seen you all week. So if you guys don't mind, we're just going to catch up real quick. How's your week?
Do it through the camera. It has been a crazy week. I got back from I was back in Utah last week, and it took me days to get acclimated back to regular life. And I had to do a whole lot of things that only happen once in a while. Like, I had to write up all the course descriptions for my high schooler, and I had to get some things settled for the new semester. And it was just a lot of stuff that had to happen. And so I feel like this week has really been the first regular time that we've had. And I'm already sick of school. I'm like, do you guys want to learn about world history? Not really. Yeah, me either.
How about another winter vacation? No, that's awesome. Jen is amazing. She talks down to the great stuff she does, but she is absolutely incredible. So thank you so much. Thanks for literally. She dropped everything she was doing. What were you doing?
Oh,
What were you doing?
He took it away. I was coloring. I have a coloring book, and I was doing color by numbers. Guys, it is Bob Ross, and it was my favorite birthday gift. And I thought, I don't know if I'll do it, but throughout the years, whenever I hit really stressful times of my life, people have purchased coloring books for me. And as my age has gotten progressively older, the coloring book's complexity has gotten progressively simpler. So I got really complicated ones when I was in college. And then, as a young mom, I got some moderately complicated ones. At this point, I am literally doing color by numbers, Bob Ross. Like, we're doing the simplest.
So in life, we progress to a point and then we regress back down. The crayons come out here soon. No, she actually does a great job with amazing artwork. You don't want to see?
I can't. The headphone. This thing is weird.
Jeez.
It doesn't sit on my head very well. I have like a pointed head, I think, and it's just falling off the back.
Okay, we're fighting with technology. I think it's funny because I am the tech guru in the family.
This is true.
Mrs. RA is good with tech, but I'm like the one who lives and breathes it.
Yeah, I'm
looking at the stories I put together for the podcast, and they're like tech.
I know. I was like,
pretty much.
Are you sure Thomas isn't going to call in? Because he's really good at that kind of stuff.
If Thomas has like good reception mid run, as he's headed down the hill, there's a chance that he might dial in, from the ski lodge. From the ski lodge between. Oh, speak of the devil! Speak of the devil!
I see you not on the ski run.
I don't know if we can hear you because we didn't test anything. Thomas, how are you doing?
Good. Can you hear me?
And we can't hear.
I can't hear him.
Oh no!
Let's see,
Thomas. I don't even recognize you without your headphones and your microphone.
I got little headphones in.
He can't hear us either. Okay. Oh, you have headphones.
No,
Okay.
I can hear you.
You hear us. Okay.
He's saying 3 words. First word sounds like
toboggan.
Toboggan rhymes with. I don't know why we can't hear it.
Nice. Except I'm just not even jealous because I was out there not very long ago and I thought, dang it, this is so cold. Oh, he's muted. Maybe we could stop that.
Oh, let me unmute him. Is that better?
Mic check.
Thomas, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Thomas.
It's like, yes, I hear you.
I wonder if everyone else can hear him, but we can't.
That's possible.
By a show of hands, can everyone else hear Thomas?
And is he talking bad about us? Be honest.
I turned off my AirPods.
I would not be surprised.
Hear me now?
Let's see. Yep, we good. We can hear him.
You can hear him?
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. It's gonna sound a little funky here, but I'm gonna
chat.
Put this on the.
Okay, that's really funny. What's he saying? Quick, type it out. Quick.
Here we go. Wait.
Oh, I hear me.
Thomas, are you there? That's not going to work. Okay.
Thomas is here. Thomas
can't come in there. Let's try 7.
Thomas, this is as professional as it gets, but they can hear you. So why don't you just tell us, how's it been going on the slopes? How's that going? Push me away.
You want to fight? Fight me. Okay, hang on.
Oh boy, I should have just left this one alone. Taking the day off.
But what is? How bad is that when I'm the only person who can't use the technology? Thomas, we can hear you now. Can you hear him?
No,
I can.
Close enough. Off
Thomas,
you guys go.
Thomas.
No, I was kidding. Can you hear me now?
What? I don't know. I can't hear him.
You can't hear him.
No.
I can hear you, Thomas.
Thomas, yell louder.
Okay. Perfect. No, we have neighbors.
Maybe can you just pop one of your ear things and I'll hear it from there?
Yeah.
Sharing is caring.
Okay,
go.
Can you hear? There we go.
I can hear. You guys sound great.
All right, that's awesome. Tell us. We're going to keep this short because this is lay bad cinema. Why are you wearing a hat? You're in Texas.
My 10 minutes is up. Actually, I have to go. So it was fun tuning in. Hello, everyone. No, man. Thanks for having me tune in. So I'm in Winter Park, Colorado.
Okay.
Today was the first day on the slopes, which was not the greatest, but the drive was terrible. So we had there's a main pass when you come from Texas up here that gets you here. That an avalanche, and 15 some odd cars got stuck. So we had to take a long way, which added another 3.5 hours to the drive. It's been brutal. And then this morning, the bindings on Mrs. Weatherwatch's skis were broken.
Oh,
So a delay at the ski shop to get those repaired. They didn't have the right parts. So we got on the slopes late, while our 9 other friends we have here were 5 or 6 runs down the mountain already. So we did that. But so the girls and a few of the guys are off to a nighttime tubing adventure, while about 4 of us are just hanging out watching TV and just relaxing. So we're here till Sunday. So we have time to make it up. And I tuned into the podcast before I joined in, and I heard your remark about a weatherman going on a trip with bad weather. And this was planned and booked and paid for 6 months ago, so I had no choice in this one.
yeah. Sorry about that. We had to give you a little elbow on that one, but no,
course.
it's I'm excited that you get this vacation. I know this is one you look forward to every year with a cool group of friends, which is just awesome. So I'm hoping the ski slopes are all powder tomorrow, and you get fresh tracks down deep powder and many runs with no broken bindings. So that's what I think is in store for you.
I appreciate it. It is. It's the one vacation every year I look forward to. It's our neighbors are good friends of ours, and we have met all the other friends through them. So this is our 4th year doing it. Amazing couples and a few single individuals that come. It's just fun, camaraderie, friendship. We ski, we come back to Airbnb, we take turns cooking dinners and just good family time. I don't take a lot of vacations, and this is the one main one I do. And Mrs. Weatherwatch has skied her whole life, so she loves it more than anything. But good news, the tons of snow, 5 feet in the last 3 days here.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, tomorrow it's supposed to be less wind, another 3 inches of snow, and the sun's supposed to poke out. So tomorrow's supposed to be a really, really good day for everybody. And then Saturday is our last free day here before we come home. We leave that one in the air, whether we want to get up and go ski again or just enjoy the town or something else.
By that time, your legs are just going to be screaming. Your knees are like, look, there's not enough Advil in the world to make what you're punishing me with worth it. It's cold. Let's just go home.
Absolutely. It's always typically Mrs. Weatherwatch and I we do ski on that day. The others might go snowmobile, or they just go visit the town. She loves skiing so much that we drive all the way up here. Let's just ski all 3 days and not skip a day and just get it out there. And then when we get home, I'll just limp around for 2.5 or 3 weeks and before I can walk again. But it's a lot of fun.
You don't book the trip until you forget how bad it hurt after the last one. That's the secret.
Exactly right. But so
Thomas, that is awesome. We're super excited for you. Obviously we miss you terribly here, and the quality has
dropped significantly.
I watched chat when you started going live, and numbers went up, the chat went up and everything. So I think I'm gonna have to just be a special guest from here on out. Mrs. RA, you're in. I'm out.
No. He says you're replacing him. No, it's not going to happen.
Nope, it's sure not. You're safe.
Well, Thomas, I'll let you get back to the fun and the friends. Have a absolutely wonderful time there in Colorado. Take some wonderful pictures and don't get hurt. So we'll catch up on the flip side.
I'll take pictures, not getting hurt. I can't promise, but I'll send you the pictures along the way. That way you can share. But thanks for letting me tune in as a guest. And hi, chat. I miss you guys. I hope everyone has a great finish to the week and a great weekend.
Awesome. I thought you were on a gondola, but like the plow truck just drove behind you, I think.
No, I'm on the patio. That was one of our guys just dropped off some of the people at the tubes in the truck. So he just came in the driveway. So cool. I'm on, there's inside the house. So I'm sitting on a patio right now.
So you're out there freezing. Well, wonderful. Have a great time, Thomas.
All right. Sorry. Thanks so much. Y'all have a great evening.
We'll see you. Bye.
All right. Bye now.
That is awesome for Thomas to check in with us. And now you need to put your headphones on so you can hear again. Mrs. RA could not hear him.
And I do not have a future in lip reading, so I don't know what just happened.
So you can tell her anything in chat that Thomas said, and she's going to believe you.
I will. Because you guys are very, very truthful. No sarcasm here, huh, Adam?
Red Pen says, Mrs. RA got a vacation. Thomas is having one. When will RA get his? And do not tell me it will be at some youth camp chaperoning a bunch of kids.
Yes.
When's my vacation? I went to Florida.
Know. Yeah. Was that a vacation?
I like driving, so a little bit.
There's that.
26 hours of driving in 48 hours.
I don't
was
know.
Pretty fun.
Well, when I went to Utah, Idaho, he said, when you go there, will you please take pictures of the mountains? I miss them so much. We're like, I'm taking our oldest child to leave him. And I was like, do you want any pictures? He's like, yeah, take pictures of the mountains.
It was what, like the 4th day in, you finally called me? Because you don't have a cell phone. So I was waiting for you to call me. So I'm like, I don't know where she is. I hope she got there. The plane says it got there. Like the 4th day in, and I get to see my wife again for the first time in 4 days. I'm like, hey, can you turn the camera a little bit so I can see the mountains behind you?
Yeah. He's like, I miss my mountains so bad. So wherever he goes on vacation, it's just really going to have mountains. That is clearly important to him. We need
some mountains. I did get a free sandwich on my vacation. That is Ohio Palm.
Nice.
That was correct. Let's start with a couple news stories if we can. Tech stories, if that's all right, Jen.
Yeah, I'm so excited for tech stories. I just want you guys to know, I started this day off explaining how the hippocampus works with the amygdala. Yeah, that's what happens. So if the tech stories gets a little boring, guys, we are going full bore on Nat and Fizz. It's gonna be awesome.
Yep. Well, here's one that caught my attention because I'm on YouTube. I sort of pay attention to the social media side of things, and the biggest YouTuber on YouTube, who is Mr. Beast.
Sorry, he's the biggest YouTuber on YouTube. That's crazy.
YouTube's biggest YouTuber. I don't know how else to say that.
Okay, I'm with you.
He's flirting with other social media.
Yeah, this feels
there's a meme out there with like a guy who's like holding his girl's hand walking along. It's like he's the guy, he's Mr. Beast. The girl's hand that he's walking next to, that's YouTube, and he's like looking back at a girl walking the other direction. That's Twitter. Okay, because he's looking at Twitter going, huh, what you got going there, Twitter? Yeah. He actually posted his first long form video to Twitter this week. Okay, and like his big videos he produces a couple a month. He posted one to Twitter, and not just that, he's like, he came full out and says, hey, Elon, I'm calling on this. You're asking people to post on your platform. I'm going to post a video. One that I posted on YouTube, I got 212 million views in 4 months. I'm going to post it on Twitter and see how it does. It's been up for 4 days, and it has 50% of the views that his video from 4 months ago had. And to make things better, oh, look at that. We got.
This is the one. It does all sorts of cool things.
Why does that happen? Here we go. I'm not a crook. Yay. Okay. Sorry. Simple minds, simple pleasures. Anyway, he posts on Twitter and he says that he's going to, in 1 week, he's going to tell how much money that one has earned. Yeah. So he's basically just going to out Elon in front of everybody.
Yeah.
Or possibly just say goodbye, YouTube. Sorry, Twitter is better. Yeah. So any day now, here, I think in about 3 days, we're going to find out if
I'm super curious. I wonder if in that moment when he said, okay, I'm going to make it public, if Elon was like, rewrite the algorithm really fast.
Yeah, it's like, is there some way we can get more money to Mr. Beast for this video?
I know, under the table, whatever.
Yeah, it's funny. Jacqueline Turner, thanks for becoming a member. I can't see on this screen if you're a new member or if you are a returning member. But either way, Jacqueline Turner, thank you very much. And also Selena K gifted a membership. Thank you very much. Mr. Beast, I can't wait to hear. I really want to hear.
Yeah, I do too. I love it when YouTubers will come out and say actual numbers. And I get at this point why that is a bad idea. I get why not very many of them do that. But I also, it is really helpful to see behind the screen, behind the scenes, the screen, whatever, the man fun. Behind the curtain, whatever.
Everyone likes to see the over the shoulder shot, to see the equipment, to see what goes in behind. And he's sort of pulling back the curtain that way.
Yeah.
Which is cool because technology has really come a long way recently and social media has come a long way.
Yeah.
It's not done evolving.
Yeah, no, it's constantly changing. And I think I was listening to a thing once from Mark Rober, and they were talking to him about how he did brand deals on his site. And he said, well, I always just have a little ad that I stick in the middle. And then when the time that I promised to have their ad has expired, I go and I cut that out. And the person who was interviewing him said, that's really unique. Like other people do, like you're the only one who does that. And it was so interesting that Mark Rober was like, that's crazy. Why would you give unlimited advertising to people? And he started his own company. And so he's like, for so long, I did ads for others and they would kind of, blow smoke at me and say, oh, we had a bad month and it didn't perform the way that I thought it would, and all this kind of stuff. He says, now that I see beginning to end how it works and the value of that face out there, it is, he says, that's just, they were lying to me. Like, for real, I was super valuable to them in every single situation. And I love when that will open it up, because there are so many YouTubers that are new and we don't know what we're doing. And we're just getting rolled by the big companies.
They're doing brand deals for a free sample of something.
Right.
And they're putting out work that the company's benefiting hugely from. So
Yeah.
it's fun to see behind the curtains. Speaking of tech, though, let me ask you this.
Okay.
Have you ever gone online and done a review of, say, something you bought on Amazon?
I do book reviews. I will write a book, a review on how the book I like. And I actually get rated. People will rate my book reviews, and I do really well on those. Like, I don't know what that's worth, nothing, but I get good ratings.
Okay, so that might be changing.
I'm going to get bad ratings.
You might not get any ratings.
Oh, why?
Not just you. It's not your reviews.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure your reviews are fantastic. But Amazon is testing out a new product right now. And they're testing out AI, artificial intelligence, to answer product questions. So instead of somebody going to the reviews and saying, what do real people think about this? They're going to go to reviews to say, what does a robot say real people think about this? And the robot...
This is a terrible idea.
They're testing it right now. Some of you out there might see this already. It's, if you go to your mobile app, you might find it. You can basically interact in conversation form with this robot that will tell you about the product. Now, the interesting thing about this robot is it has the capability of answering your questions in haiku and in the voice of Yoda from Star Wars.
That's how you know it's real. This must be a real person. They're speaking to me in haiku.
So I'm thinking, that's all I need. I need some catchy phrase combined with the subtle use of the Force to get me to spend money on something I don't need and probably will never use.
But it will tell you how much you love it, and you will just feel it in your soul.
So it's going to be something like Amazon's vast sea, clicks and scrolls. The Force guides me. Come, packages will. and they're like, yep, I want that. Yoda says I need it. Clearly,
I need this.
This is the tech you've been waiting for.
This is the brand you've been hoping for.
Impressed I am, yes. Tech marvel. This item is. Howls of joy I share. This is anyway. It's Amazon.
Awesome.
What are you thinking? What are you thinking?
Well, it bothers me that, like, you might not be able to tell, right? So the haiku or the Yoda thing, I think I'd pick up on that. But I feel really bothered that I might look, and I really put a lot of emphasis on what people say in their ratings because they're real, and I want to know what's out there. And that's how we're able to check this whole thing that's online. We don't really know what's going on. And I feel like those reviews are very important to that. So them going around this, I feel like that's huge in a very bad way. I don't like it. But I do like those little robots that deliver pizzas. Those are cool.
We saw those. We were dropping our son off at driver's ed, and he's going to school. You just don't want to wear them.
I'm not gonna wear them.
Okay, you're good. You can hear me, right?
Yes,
I'll just be like, what? If I can't hear you.
Start falling asleep because you have such a soothing voice, Scott.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. So we're dropping our son off at school, and the college campus up where he's taking his class has these little robots. It's like a 6-wheeled robot with cameras and a little flag with lights on it. And they're like crawling all over the place. They're just like, me, and they're going across crosswalks, main roads, sidewalks, around buildings, over curbs. I'm like, this is crazy. This is really crazy. And I'm tempted, of course I want to steal one. But I'm resisting.
I mean, doesn't everybody?
I'm resisting the urge. Okay. I've not done anything illegal, but yeah, it's, technology it's advancing so quickly. I tell you,
I was doing the drop off
the stream. I just about clicked the wrong button. I'm so sorry. Remind me not to click there.
The big red button.
The red one that says end stream. That's not the one.
So I was doing the drop off today, and when I was driving away, I'm watching. There's like a line of these things. There are 4, so there are 3 over on that side. No, I think there were 5. There was one in the little median thing, and then there was one that was crossing. And I was being super careful because I didn't want to hit them. They're these highly valuable things, and I think they're kind of cool, and I like watching them. And I just about ran over a human because I was watching so careful.
Save the robots. Save the robots.
I was just being very, very careful, and the kids were like, "Mom, there's an old guy you almost hit." And I was like, "Yeah, but the robots are safe, so it's fine."
Look at this. Picky says, I've seen one get stuck, and the lady helped it, and it said, "Thank you."
Nuh-uh. Oh
It's
my
like,
gosh.
we're going to have to send the tech all the way from his mom's basement to run out there and to get that robot back on the sidewalk. But you saved us.
Oh
You
my
saved us
gosh.
that trip.
It is so funny watching all of the humans interact with the robots because they move, they get out of their way. I did see one sort of try to get in its way today to see what it would do because it has sensors and it sees if there's something in its way, it will stop and it will try to go around that thing. And so I saw, a college kid trying to bug it a little bit, but not very long. I mean, most of us were like, excuse me, Hal, go ahead. That's just it.
I can't do that. I'm sorry, Scott. I
Danger,
can't move.
Will Robinson.
There's a car coming. These robots, they're crazy. It's funny. I think in a way we've gone too far in some areas. I mean, the fact that this thing moves at slower than walking pace, and we're like, yeah, I'd like something very slow to sit at the crosswalk until no traffic's coming. If I want food delivered to my dorm when I'm in college, and I'm paying some dude to bring it to me, I want him to splint, jaywalk if you have to. Get me the food fresh off the grill. I don't want this meal was provided without breaking any traffic laws. I could care less. I want it hot and I want it now. Right?
Okay, I saw I don't know if it's the coolest thing or whatever, but it was right out of like Star Trek. When I was in the airport, they had this wall that was a bank of squares. I haven't told you about this yet. It was so cool. And they said, this is like the magic food dispensary. And so you go over and you say, well, I feel like eating Mexican food. So you click on it and then you tell it, I don't know, whatever you want to eat. And it's like, well, go to door number 13. And I don't know if they have people on the other side who are like shoving food in there or if it's really just like reconstituted.
It's a 3D
carbon.
Printer. It's a 3D printer. It prints you the dish. Spray some flavoring on.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, take a picture of that. And then I remembered I didn't have a phone. So it was fine.
Oh, man, you need to get a phone. We'll talk about that later. So robots are overrated. That brings us to our segment in the middle of the show here where we call it overrated, underrated. You've seen this before. We like to bring up maybe some items that just need more attention, right? There's some things that we should be talking about more than we are. And there are other things that we're talking about that we shouldn't be talking about nearly as much as we do.
And we're here to straighten everybody out.
Yes, we have perused the world, and we've actually pared down the list because it's a larger list. We've cut it down to just a few things. Actually, they fit nicely in the grocery shopping category, which
is kind of large when you do it with our family, but still, it's smaller than the world.
Yes, it can fit in 2 or 3 shopping carts. That's what it is.
Depends on the week.
Do you want me to go first, or do you want to go?
Yeah,
first?
no, go.
Okay, so I would have to say that if we go with underrated first, this is something that I think all of y'all should go out and buy. I should probably get here. Let me get a. Let's capitalize on this. Hang on one second. I'm going to find a link.
Said all y'all.
Hey,
did it work?
That was proper grammar for the location.
I've tried to say y'all before, and everybody just looks at me. They're like, "You can't do the y'all. Stop that. It's wrong in your mouth. Stop it."
I'm pulling up in Amazon a link to this so you guys know exactly what I'm talking about.
This has a story. This has a family history in our family that
hang on.
Never heard of it.
Okay. We're not going to share that story. we have limits. We have limits. Okay, here we go. I've got this pulled up on my screen. We'll get a text link. I'll provide this for you so you can read this. Because this is, first of all, this is false advertising. I'll just go ahead and call them out for this now.
But can you do it in haiku? Can you call them out?
No, I can't do that
with the proper accent.
Here we go. Underrated. Irish Spring body wash. Irish Spring body wash. This deceptively named soap, at first glance, is filled with happiness and glitter. Okay, you hold it up, it's like, oh, cool, it sparkles and everything. But on closer inspection, it's a gooey green mix of industrial cleaner, sharp rocks, and bits of broken glass. Okay, does it work? Yes, it works. It works phenomenally. And let me share this link. And those of you who know, if you know, you know, right? This is a link, a YouTube link to it, and I just want you to click it so you can see what the description is. They call it Deep Action Exfoliating Scrub. They don't mention that you will need first aid care after using it. that not just the first layer, the second layer, but all the skin will be rubbed completely off your body. It is the most abrasive soap. You know when you work in a garage, right? And you've got like the oil and stuff in your hands. You're like,
that orange goo.
Yeah, there's like this bucket you like scoop, bits of powdered diamonds off and you scrub with. Yes. This is worse than that. This is worse than that. But it smells so good. It is,
and not just on you. Like they open the bathroom door after they've taken a shower, and the whole house just smells lovely.
It's got little flavor crystals in it that just add scent. Oh my goodness!
But Scott's laying on the ground, completely red and in pain, bleeding.
Like, why are your arms all raw and bleeding? I'm like, well, I'm clean.
I think
that is my underrated, because I think what a way for a product to overperform. Yes, it does everything. It does everything they guarantee and more.
Yeah. Yes, it does. Okay, so my underrated is not nearly that exciting, but I was at Sam's Club the other day and I was looking for sometimes they will have you know how they have veggie straws? Sometimes they will have apple straws, and those are good. They have the nice cinnamon flavor and I really like them and I don't feel guilty. Yes, don't eat the flavor crystals. And I really love them, but I couldn't find them anywhere. So instead I took a chance and I bought these pretzels. Stay with me. They're pretzels that are sugar cinnamon flavor.
I'm sorry, these comments are great.
I must be clean. I just need to lay down and have nothing touch me for a while.
Cinnamon sugar flavor
pretzels. They're okay. So I brought them home and I was like, hey kids, try it. Like, come on, try it. No, they didn't want to have anything to do with it. They're like, Mom, those pretzels smell wrong. But I tasted them and they are so good. Those things need to be advertised more heavily. Maybe they are. I don't have a TV, but they're so yummy. And we're going to buy more of those.
It's like the original, Coca-Cola. It probably has some powder in there that's not okay.
A little illegal, but it's really yummy.
They're tasty. No one can have just one.
Seriously, you can't.
Yeah, they're really good. Okay, so that's your underrated. Let's see. My second, I have to overrated. This one, generic brand cheese puffs. I'm not talking Cheetos. Okay. I'm not talking Cheetos. I'm talking like the other brands of cheese puffs that are not Cheetos.
They're bad.
It's like grabbing a handful of orange emptiness and regret and chewing on it. And it is the worst thing. I don't know. It's a hard no, says Bug Dugger. Utz. I'm not a fan of Utz, Tash. I have to say Utz is not on my top lists of things.
I like it.
The cheese balls are even worse.
I don't even like Cheetos. So
the cheese balls seem to have like the most possible orangeness on them, yet the flavor is still not good. So you have more bad flavor than if you had any other shape.
You have maximized your bad flavor.
The one good thing about eating these, is like, we'll call them Cheetos, just even though we know they're not. The one good thing about eating them, and once they're all gone, and you feel good about like, hey, I finished the bag. Now no one else has
having
to eat
disposed of them.
You look down at your hands and you're like, oh, and you're like, ta-da! Bonus Cheeto. Bonus Cheeto, because you can create a Cheeto out of what's stuck on your hands. And then,
yucky.
Yeah. Yuck. Okay. The DMB says, hey, now I like the cheese balls. Okay. Maybe I need to try a few more of Utz's brand. I've got a couple of people out there saying Utz potato chips are so good. Cheetos cheese puffs are addictive. They are. That's my overrated.
That's your overrated. Okay, my overrated is probably directly related to my husband. I think ketchup is so overrated.
I'm just putting together my overrated is directly related
to my closest relative. Because here's the thing. I think that ketchup is awesome if you use like a little bit of it for fries, sometimes, maybe. But ketchup around here, they want me to buy it in gallons and they want to use it on eggs. They want to put it on eggs, you guys. That is like sacrilege.
All forms of chicken.
Yeah, they stick ketchup on everything. I don't think that I'm really a foodie, but I am a little offended by that. I just feel like it's just wrong. So yes, I do think ketchup is very overrated, especially in this house. That there's a whole lot of, you made us pasta. Let me get out the ketchup. I'm like, great, thank you.
I see you've got a note in
I do.
a production note in here you want to talk
I
about.
do. I do not know if Diet Coke Mama is on here, but I got to tell you, this woman has skills. Did you show them the picture?
I'm about to load it.
Okay.
I had it, but I got rid of it. Hold on one second.
Okay. So she is one of the people that I came and I visited and I hung out with when I was in Utah. And she made a birthday cake for our birthdays. And she, oh my goodness, she said that the night before, sorry, this isn't funny, but I think, how can you live like this with this much skill in you? She was like, well, I have my flavor palette. Wait, is that what she called it? I can't remember. Yeah. So she's like, well, I've got the raspberry syrup on the chocolate cake, and then we've also got the strawberry cake. So those are going to pull together nicely. And then I'm going to tie it together with a chocolate mousse and cover it in chocolate ganache. But I'm just not sure how I'm going to decorate it. Like, she was like, I just don't have a plan for how to decorate this thing. And I thought, you had a what? You did it. How do you make mousse? I was like, that's so amazing. And this cake, it was to die for. It was the yummiest cake. And my favorite part of that whole thing was that after I had seen that there were going to be strawberries on it, and I could see that there was strawberry cake and chocolate cake, I was expecting that. Then there was that tart taste that came in on the back end, on like the sides of your tongue. And I thought, what is that heavenly?
Can I show the picture?
Oh yeah, show the picture.
Okay.
This is her lack of plan. That's what she threw together.
Last minute. What can I make out of what I currently have in my fridge?
Scroll skills.
And inside it is absolutely divine.
Yeah. And then, like the blessed angel that she is, she carried it on a very snowy road, fully extended, because it's so large that you can't really carry it close to you. So she's carrying it way out in front of her, which just makes it really heavy. And it's already kind of heavy because it's on this big glass thing. And she carries it for a block to get it to the place where we were hanging out that day. And I just thought, oh, Diet Coke Mama. Right, I'm watching myself to not say your name, but man, that was so amazing. You have got skills. That was amazing.
Awesome. That was awesome. She's amazing.
So that is underrated. Everybody needs a Diet Coke Mama in their life. That's just, she's amazing. I don't even see her on here, but
we'll
send
her
you,
the
she's
link.
amazing.
If you guys have any overrated or underrated you want to add to this, we'll see if we can highlight a couple. I didn't see in chat anyone.
Now I want cake.
Now I want cake. Yes.
It's a cake.
I just wanted to see if we had any underrated or overrated.
Yes, chocolate covered strawberries. Of course, she covered them in chocolate naturally.
Yeah. Yep. It was incredible. All right. I don't see anything that we need to.
Cake Mama.
Diabetes on a plate.
Yeah.
Only if you eat the whole thing.
Worth it.
Yeah.
It was really, really yummy.
Amy Kimball says being an adult is overrated.
Yes. Like, for real. Except, you know what? I'm trying to sell this to my kids as they're getting older.
This.
Oh, Melissa, you're not wrong. Fry sauce is really good.
Guess what's in fry sauce?
But in
ketchup. Ketchup is in fry sauce. You can't make fry sauce without ketchup.
It's the pickle juice that makes the fry sauce palatable. That's all I'm saying.
Two of my favorites.
Yeah,
Two of my favorites. Oh, good stuff. Fry sauce is good. If you don't know what fry sauce is, you can only get it in certain places out west, and I guess a couple other places. Now you can buy it.
They call it mayo chup.
Mayo chup.
That's just wrong.
Yeah, it's fry sauce. Everyone knows it's fry sauce, but you can get mayo chup right there. Let's see. Red Pen says Dr. Joe Corcoran cinnamon rolls are totally underrated. One of the best things ever.
Did you eat them, Red Pen?
We've both had these.
Oh yeah. Oh, they are so good. And I don't want to like badmouth anybody, but I gotta say, Diet Coke Mama can also make some amazing cinnamon rolls that she puts this caramelized sauce on the bottom of them. So by the time that they're done cooking, you pull them out and they're not only deliciousness in the middle, but they also have that gorgeous caramel on the bottom and just fabulous. So skills everywhere.
This turned into a cooking show, but I love it.
I know. Well, you did invite me.
Adriella Hillis says recovery addict. Peppered gravy is better. Oh,
ooh.
I'm a big gravy fan. I won't tell the gravy
No,
story.
I was gonna say you're gonna tell the story.
No, I'm not going to tell the gravy story. But anyway, good stuff. Okay, I agree. All of that is good. We do have to jump ahead a little bit. And I wanted to share a fun little story that I came across that a few of you may relate to this. A few of you may be the outdoorsy type. Okay, the one who's like, hey,
We miss Thomas right now.
yeah, maybe we take a hotel or maybe we take the tent. You know, those are the people I'm talking to, right?
We cannot be friends.
the people was like, let's take the tent, and then if we need to, we can fall back on a hotel. If the first night, if we don't enjoy it, we'll be about 80 miles from closest civilization. It's going to be great. What could go wrong? I'm talking to you. Okay, if you have ever picked up an outdoor magazine and flipped through the pages and smiled through every page, if you have binge watched a survival show, if you have typed anything into Google, even remotely related to enjoying the outdoors, you've probably seen an advertisement for this solo brand of smokeless fireplace. A smokeless fireplace. And it's like a little mini round thing that like it recirculates the air in a way that it completes the combustion, so that the uncombust materials combust and thus don't smoke. That's the idea behind it. Okay, it's a smokeless fireplace. Sounds cool, right? Seems like something would be sold in like the Sharper Image magazine on the back of an airplane pocket, or but really most outdoorsy people don't bring their fireplace with them. Okay, so it's a unique little niche.
It's for like the snobby outdoorsy people.
I'm not sure who their target market is, and honestly,
They don't seem to know either.
They don't know either, because they thought, okay, here we've got this product. We think it's really good, right? It's revolutionary. It's a game changing fireplace that doesn't smoke. Outdoor fireplace. This will be great.
Yeah.
So they thought, what we need is a celebrity. A celebrity to champion this, to be the face of our product to all our adoring customers.
Okay, and I don't mean to be judgmental here, but seriously, how many celebrities do you think are out there like, a tent? I want to stay in a tent.
Well, they probably not very many. And so they didn't go that route. They instead focused on the smokeless part. And Ashley, yes, they went with Snoop Dogg. Snoop Doggy Dogg. I think he dropped a G on the end. But Snoop Dogg, for those that don't know, he's a rapper. And I can't think of a single song that he doesn't mention, at least in some way, have a passing reference to smoking
wood.
The devil's lettuce.
Smoking wood. That's what he's
devil's
doing.
Lettuce. A little bit of sticky icky. So they say, we'll partner this, and we're going to call this huge brand. Okay, it's got a name. We're going to call it Giving Up Smoke. Okay,
I can just see Snoop Dogg being like, yeah, I'm on board with that.
So Snoop Dogg is the face of Giving Up Smoke, and I don't know, I just don't see the connection here, right? I think they would have been better off partnering with the Surgeon General on this product than going with the Snoop Dogg, who is the undisputed king of cannabis.
Right.
It was just bizarre. But
can you imagine, like, what did that meeting, when they pitched that, what did it go like? We want to advertise a smokeless fire pit. Ooh, I know who we should get.
Snoop Doggy Dogg.
Right.
Yeah, it's smoke every day. They went with him. They went with him, and surprise, surprise, the numbers are in. It didn't resonate with the audience. So much so that since this brand and campaign was pulled, Solo Brands has announced they have replaced their CEO. They went to the top and said the decision making was so bad, we need a complete redo on this one.
So they fired the CEO. Did they fire Snoop Dogg? Because he's still hired, and they just fired the CEO.
I think the whole ad is over.
Okay, it's just done. All right.
But yeah, apparently that did not work. I thought that was hilarious. The celebrity couldn't bring the heat. Apparently, because I actually watched Snoop Dogg on one of those home makeover shows, and he's actually he's a pretty smart guy.
Yeah,
he's very personable. He's fun. He's nice. He's friendly.
Is he articulate?
Yes.
Really?
Amazingly articulate. He's a great guy. But Giving Up Smoke.
Yeah, maybe not the face of that.
No, this is not the face of that. Let's see. Martha says, I did see it. It was certainly a curious commercial.
You're sitting there going, what are you advertising? Okay.
You don't. One doesn't just fire Snoop Dogg. Who was it that said this? Melissa. You don't fire Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg leaves when he's done.
Funny.
Yeah.
I know there was a pun in there with the fire.
Yes, that's funny. Snoop does the puppy bowl. He does. He's into a lot. He's one of the celebrities that really does branch out and advertise a lot. I mean, who else? What other celebrities are really selling their soul? Oh, sorry, did I say that? What other celebrities are really buying into the corporate branding? Who can you think of?
Oh,
Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, okay. But I don't. Nope. I disagree on Ryan Reynolds. I see Ryan Reynolds as somebody who can recognize that this is a short-term thing, this whole acting gig. It's not going to last for a long time. I need to have a longer-term thing, and I'm going to capitalize on the skill set that I have right now. Maybe that's what Snoop Dogg is doing, but I am really impressed with Ryan Reynolds' longer view of what he wants to do.
We're talking about Mint Mobile, right?
Yeah.
Not sponsored.
Yeah.
Mint
Although
Mobile.
We use them.
We do.
But
My son
he
has
also
a Mint Mobile phone.
He bought some sort of a sports team, which I think is not doing well. Also, maybe not all of his business decisions are great, but it just seems to me like I see some people who are clearly selling out, and then I see other people who are taking control of their future and saying, I can use whatever YouTube or big business or my name recognition to be able to jump off. And I don't know what Snoop Dogg is doing. I don't follow him, but I think I've seen enough of Ryan Reynolds. I feel like he's just smart in how he's approaching that.
Yeah. I'm getting a lot of support from him in chat as well. He bought the company, doesn't advertise random stuff. So
yeah,
usually from my experience, and I'm not a celebrity watcher. I'm most of the times I can't even tell you who the celebrity is. It's like, oh, that person looks familiar. I've seen them in a movie somewhere. They might have been an extra. I don't know. But usually when a celebrity goes and starts doing product endorsements, it's like the end of their career.
Yeah.
Okay? Like I hate to say this because I'm gonna get hate on me more than when I said Ryan Reynolds, but like Chuck Norris. Okay, his movie making days they've peaked. Right, he's on the
But doesn't he get money from all of the Chuck Norris jokes? Like he should really copyright all Chuck Norris jokes.
He'd be
really
be richer than Bill Gates if he got that.
That'd be awesome. Wish you could figure that out.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna leave that one right there. I'm gonna stop ripping on celebrities who are doing very well in life. And are
way better than us.
Good financial decisions.
Who have been very, very successful.
Oh, let's switch over to a company that made some very poor decisions. This is one I can relate to just a wee bit. Oh my goodness, this is
so bad.
Okay, I'm going to open the link here. I'm going to read the title. This is from my local reporting station, WITN. Big shout out to them, WITN, most watched, most trusted in Eastern North Carolina. It's a small market, but they are the most. Feds charge eBay over employees. Don't lose this. Feds charge eBay over employees who sent live spiders and cockroaches to company to pay $3 million. What? The federal government charged eBay employees for sending spiders and cockroaches to a couple.
They charged eBay because of their employees. So they're not charging the employees personally. That's what the heading said.
If you watch the Maya trial and Dr. Joe, and the evidence, there's a thumbs up. Let's do a thumbs down for eBay right now for this one.
eBay, get your act together.
It doesn't work anymore, apparently.
Nope, we're only a positive show.
There we go. There's a thumbs down.
Okay.
This went like all the way up to the top. Like there were discussions all the way up to the top. There's this couple that had a little tiny newspaper, like little online newspaper, and they post things like, hey, guess what eBay's doing that we really don't like? And they come out and people would read it. I'm like, wow. And guess who found out about it? eBay. And eBay's like, well, we know what we're going to do. We're going to send them cockroaches and spiders in the mail because we're all about sending things to people. But
and they won't be able to figure out who sent it to them. Oh my goodness.
Let's see. They're going to pay a $3 million fine to resolve the criminal charges over harassment waged by employees who sent spiders, cockroaches, and other disturbing items to this Massachusetts couple. Let's see some of the other disturbing stuff they did.
Wasn't there something about an animal? I love this line here. eBay engaged in an absolutely horrific criminal conduct. That's just what you want to have everybody know about your business, that you're engaging in absolutely horrific conduct. Like, oh, eBay, did you think this one through?
Let's see. They received threatening, harassing, and sometimes threatening Twitter messages, as well as dozens of strange emails from groups like an irritable bowel syndrome patient support group and the Communist Party of the United States. eBay was signing them up to all these groups, okay? or individuals with eBay were doing this, according to these allegations. Along with a box of live spiders and cockroaches, the couple had a funeral wreath delivered.
Yeah, to me, that crosses a line.
A bloody pig mask. And a book about surviving the loss of a spouse.
Is that not threatening? That is a threat to me. Holy cow.
Their home address was posted online with announcements inviting strangers to yard sales and parties.
That is crazy.
So $3 million later, eBay is saying sorry, and hopefully no more packages from eBay for this couple.
Yeah.
This is bizarre. I mean, I could see some little no-name company with a hot-tempered owner that does this in the backwoods of Tennessee. Okay, I could see this.
Yeah.
But eBay,
right? Like, wasn't there somebody surrounding in this conversation who was like, maybe not threatening things? Maybe we shouldn't be doing things just out of spite and bitterness. And aren't we successful enough? Can't we just be okay with that?
So Wenig, the CEO, stepped down in 2019. He was not criminally charged in the case. He's denied ever having knowledge in the harassment campaign.
And isn't that an interesting term? The harassment campaign.
Yes. Let's see. Prosecutors, the Baugh, who's from eBay, says who the prosecutors described as mastermind of the scheme, at one point recruited Harville to go with him to Boston to spy on the family, authorities said. Baugh, Harville, and another eBay employee went to the couple's home in the hopes of installing a GPS tracker on their car, prosecutors said. The trio found the garage locked, so Harville bought tools with a plan to break in. Harville's attorneys.
I wonder, did he buy those tools from eBay?
eBay, maybe. Hope he got a good deal. He says Harville's attorney said they had no involvement in or knowledge about the threatening messages or deliveries sent by his colleagues. The lawyers said their client faced relentless pressure from Wenig and other executives to do something about the family. Baugh alleged he was then pushed out of the company when an army of outside lawyers descended to conduct an internal investigation aimed at saving the company and its top executives from prosecution.
Wow. I love that last part sounds like the victim mode. He's like, oh, they pushed me out. This isn't fair.
This is not fair. They're so mean to me. I made one trip to Boston. I sent maybe a dozen spiders, half a dozen cockroaches, tops. The pig mask was not my idea.
Right.
The funeral wreath, yes, I signed off on that.
Unreasonable.
Oh man, why am I still showing Ryan Reynolds up here? Sorry, my bad. Anyway, wow, I don't know what to say. But apparently $3 million, and the family says, I guess we're going to call it even here. But who would put up with something like that? That is just
way to go, eBay.
What's your worst experience with the company? It's funny because I have one I can talk about right now, and it has to do with my phone.
No, don't do it.
No,
don't.
Okay.
We're still a little hot under the collar on this one. I can't count how many times I came in. I was like, Scott, be nice. He's not nice.
I've told you about trimming my trees, right? Okay, this is the closest I've come to wanting to trim some more trees since then. But
yeah, and he recorded it. He recorded the entire conversation. So periodically he'll pause and you'll hear me in the background, Scott, would you chill out?
I was firm. I was not vulgar.
No.
I was demanding.
You were threatening.
I was demanding.
You were threatening. If you don't get this fixed by such and such a date at this time, you're gonna open this up and you have a can of. Whoa. I was like, hey! My God!
Guess what? They haven't done yet. They
haven't fixed it.
They ignored my deadline.
I know they did.
They haven't even reached out to me.
They did.
They
emailed me and they're like, here's your phone
you.
number.
They're like,
yeah, they're
talk
scared
to your
of
husband. Please, we don't want to.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's just in a nutshell, they sold our number again. They did this once before, which was kind of understandable because we were transferring between companies. So it shouldn't have happened, but at least like there was some motion happening there. You could see why maybe something could get mixed up in that moment. But just out of nowhere, they sold our number. And so all day I had all these people calling me. And I was like, who are these people? And they're all saying, oh, sorry, wrong number. I don't know what's going on. And then my son texts and he's like, Mom, I just called your number and I don't even know who
That's some
that
old guy.
is. Yeah, he's like, I don't know what's going on.
Guess who I called last night?
Who?
I called that old guy.
Did you?
I did. We had a long conversation. We talked, and I said, "Hey, don't hang up on me. First of all, I'm the person who owns your number, and I apologize for this in advance, but I'm taking it back. So I realize you just got a phone.
Is that what happened? He just got the new number. This poor guy.
His sister just got him a phone.
That's good of her.
And she just went out and paid the money, and they gave the phone number, which is different from what my phone company has told me happened. They said that they transferred the number and they claimed it was theirs and everything. Yeah. So yeah, it's anyway, we talked to him and I said, look, here's what happened. You bought a new phone number and the company you bought the phone from, or your sister bought the phone from, they said, here, take this number. We used to own this one. Our client left. We did, but we took the number with us. We transferred it legally, as you can do through the FCC. We took the number with us. They instead said, just go ahead and whoever has that number, yank it from them and give it to our customer here.
To be fair, I don't use my phone very much. Maybe they're like, they're not using it.
Anyway, this is time number 2. They call it slamming a phone number, but they ported it over without permission.
See, this is a real problem. If they have a name for it, then it happens fairly often. Clearly, it's happening kind of often to us.
Anyway, so I'm in the middle of that. Have we contacted the FTC? I've threatened to contact every 3-letter agency the government has over this. Oh man, if I ever have the nerve or the legal approval to share with you this recording I've made, I threatened FCC, FAA, and everything else.
FBI,
maybe the CIA.
Citadel, is that a thing?
Yes, send the enforcers. Let's see. In college, they used to tow my car from a legal parking spot at my apartment complex. Happened 3 times. Oh my goodness, war family. That is the worst. The predatory towing.
Happened?
Predatory towing. No, but there's like TV shows about this.
Oh my gosh.
I watch them. I should contact Snoop Dogg, have him represent.
I hear he's articulate.
I keep getting calls from people I don't know, and yes, it's crazy. So it's Joe Sherlock. We need to form a group for our class action lawsuit. That's what we need to do.
Right. Oh, I think, didn't you say that?
I did. I threatened them. I said, look, if I have to, I will go public with this. I'm not a famous guy, but I do have a small audience, and I will put out feelers, and we will find every person in the U.S. we can possibly get a hold of who's had this same thing happen to them, and we will find a lawyer who's willing to represent us and sell his soul to sue you, into compliance, because this is just not right.
Yeah. So then they called the next day, and they were like, okay, we have a solution. We're going to cancel your what?
Yeah.
What were they going to cancel?
They called back and they're like, okay, got an update. Since you no longer have a phone number with us, we're going to cancel your account.
Problem solved.
Oh, great. Thanks for fixing this. I'm glad you looked this over and saw everything that was wrong with the situation and found the fix where everyone would be made whole. Where everyone would just be all better. We just sweep it under the rug. And so instead, no, they gave us a phone number. And the funny thing about this, the phone number they gave us, it's actually an easier one to.
I know.
It's easier to remember than the one we have.
It is. I looked at it, I was like, I kind of like that phone number.
If I could choose between the two, I'd probably, I would have chosen this one.
Yeah.
But they gave us the phone number, and now we are getting phone calls from people who are expecting to reach somebody else.
Yeah.
It's like, we were trying to get somebody else.
I'm kind of mocking Scott for not being nice, but I was not being nice. Like the 20th call I received for that day, I was like, what? Like, oh, I think I've got the wrong number. I'm like, yeah, you do. I wasn't very nice either.
Oh, man. 8675309. That's the number.
That's it.
CMB.
How'd you know?
No, he must have our number. Anyway, it was crazy. That's where we're at. So fun time. Is there anything else we need to talk about on the podcast? We've gone.
I think maybe we didn't need to talk about as much as we talked about.
We'll probably edit a few things out and post, maybe shorten it down. Oh my goodness. It's been a fantastic week. We miss Thomas.
Yes.
But I love.
I'm
being able to
sorry,
talk
guys.
to you.
Next week he's coming back. He only takes a vacation like once a year, so we will let him off once a year.
Yeah, it's going to be good. Hopefully, Thomas has a brand new. Who do they steal the new number from? I don't know. The people that call us, I want to talk to them. I'm like, hey, who are you expecting? I want the full circle, right?
Yeah.
But they're like, sorry, wrong number. Click.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I am not polite, so they're like, I don't want to talk to her.
That could be part of it as well. Oh my goodness, it has been it's been a fun week. So we've got a little much time. Apparently, a couple of people said it was good having you here.
Oh well, I'm glad. You guys are incredibly patient and tolerant. Scott showed me the rundown, and I was like, all right, whatever. I'm just going to stand there and tell stories. It's fine.
I don't have anything to say about any of those.
I don't.
Zero interest. Honestly, I don't think Thomas would have been a big fan of a couple of them either. Thanks for being a good sport.
The amygdala. Who wants to know about that, right? That's awesome. I couldn't believe how little support I got for that story. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah, I just heard static. That's all I heard. You guys hearing that on my end? Oh man, Mrs. Ari is wonderful. We need to have you back on more, and I think I need to. What's that called?
Reciprocity.
That word.
Yeah.
I need to do that. I need to come on your channel.
No, because I don't know what would we talk about?
I don't know. We find
so during homeschool, he's in the other room. All right.
Oh yeah. Let's see. Mr. Beast is awesome. Shares his wealth for good. He does a great job. My kids have helped with some of his fun. His philanthropic. Yeah. Had the big word.
That was a big word.
Yes,
that was good. It's really late at night. That was good.
Yes. Get ready to sing happy birthday to Dodie tomorrow or on Tuesday. On Tuesday. We'll warm up for that one.
Nice.
Make sure you're not late, Dodie. If you're late, I make no guarantees.
I love this. I don't know if Scott ever does like weird threats to you guys. But I will always do weird threats to my kids. I'm like, you guys, I'm setting a timer for 5 minutes. And they'll say, what happens after 5 minutes? And I'm like,
you don't want to know.
The timer ends. I'm like, I don't know.
Nobody asks what happens. Nobody gets that.
I know. You think that we used to have more kids? No, I mean, I don't know. I'm just like, I just think it helps to have a timer on. I don't know. So go do it. They generally do. They obey the timer.
You know what I'm excited about tomorrow?
What?
I get to use your microphone.
I am unscrewing this. I am taking it with me and I'm hiding it somewhere.
Oh man, it's wonderful. You guys, thank you so much for joining us on Not Relevant Podcast. We missed Thomas. We're glad he was able to check in a little bit. He'll be back next week. Probably going to see him in chat before then as well, as if he gets a moment to pop in and say hi. But Jen,
yes,
you're welcome anytime.
Oh, thanks.
We've got 2 mics. The 2 chairs thing, it sort of worked.
It kind of works.
Next time I'll let you hear what the guests say.
They're in there talking. We had to change the seat. What are these things called?
They're chairs. Armrests.
Armrests. The armrests, because they were both the same height, so we kept like playing bumper cars with each other. So now I have the short armrests. We're good.
You can't hear this, but I've been playing the outro music, and we're on the second round through. I just realized that. I
didn't know we were almost done. Okay, yeah. Let's be done now. Sorry.
I like having this conversation, but we're on the wrap up.
I am not picking up what you're putting down.
What sort of symbol can you do with? I've got to let's see, 2 thumbs up. That'll do something. There we go. This is the fireworks. This is the finale. This is when it's all over.
Sorry, guys.
Oh,
I mean, good show. See you later.
Yep. It's like the Oscars as grass folk. You just can't get them off the stage. You know that speech, the concession speech,
so
or whatever.
Grateful to my kids for ignoring my timer, and I just want to mention that I dropped my kid off at driver's ed. Okay, no, we're done. We can be done.
We're gonna be done. No dad jokes tonight. We're gonna pass that unless you can think of one that the kids have told you.
I can't think of any.
Nope. No dad.
Sorry,
dad
guys.
Jokes tonight. You guys, it's been great. Have a wonderful day. Be good to each other. Let's see. Tomorrow morning, we have the Treehouse trial. I realize the jury doesn't get there till 1, but we're going to start at 9 o'clock because we have the JOA, the whole motion, the ask the judge to set aside the whole thing and declare him.
Directed verdict.
Yes, that's the thing.
The thing.
Why
I've
did
never
you
heard
know
it
when
called
I could not
JOA.
get the words? Okay. Directed verdict is tomorrow, so that's going to be fun. Don't miss that. That's going to be first thing in the morning. We're going to start at. Let's see, he's there 9:15. We're going to start probably 8:45. Can you get exercising done by then?
I don't know. I've been sleeping in. You guys, I found another movie made by the same person who wrote Julian Fellows, who wrote Downton Abbey. Okay, I'm almost done, but it's a really cool movie, and I'm staying up late and I'm watching it. That's all I'm saying.
I'm gonna look for some action hero, somebody shoot 'em up, first person. I don't know what it is. You guys, we're out of here. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. We'll catch you tomorrow.
Yeah.